Are you ready for some unbelievable news about gold? Look, we often get discouraged because we hear over and over, gold and silver, only older people buy that. Look, I'm 53 years old. I guess I'm getting a little older myself, and we hear that all the time. The younger generation, they want nothing to do with silver and gold, and maybe that scares us because we think in the coming 10, 20, 30 years, are people going to be demanding physical silver and gold? Well, I've got some interesting news for you, almost unbelievable. Let's dig into this and see what it tells us, and I want you to think, do you believe what this latest research report is telling us? I have an article here from Business Insider. It says Millennials are hoarding more gold than boomers and Generation Xers. I think I'm a Generation Xer. What generation are you part of? As recession risks loom. That's according to State Street. Millennials are beating baby boomers and Gen Xers when it comes to investing in gold, according to State Street. Demand for the precious metal, widely regarded as a safe haven asset. Yes, we know that. That's why we love our silver and gold, right? To protect ourselves, to protect our families. Remains strong as recession risk looms. Gold has rallied almost 9% year to date. Guys, we're bumping up against 2,000, which is what the article says here. It's approaching 2,000 per ounce mark. Buying gold isn't much of a gamble when it comes to investment strategies. Okay, millennials are the biggest investors in gold. This is according to the world's largest fourth asset manager, beating baby boomers and Generation Xers by a big margin, according to a report from State Street, which cites the findings of a survey by the Spider ETF. Quote, on average, millennials have a higher allocation to gold at 17%. What? Really? With boomers and Gen X lagging behind at just 10%. Now that kind of sort of makes sense. And millennials reported a greater appreciation for the convenience of investing in gold through ETFs. Oh, electronic gold. George Milling Stanley, chief gold strategist at State Street, wrote in a report. More quotes. More millennials than boomers or Gen X replied that gold ETFs are the best way to invest, with 69% for millennials, compared with boomers at 55% and Gen Xers at 35%, he added. So they're saying that millennials have 17% of their wealth tied up in gold or possibly digital gold. That just seems incredibly high for me. But even if they have anything in gold, in my mind, the younger generation didn't have any gold, be it electronic ETF gold or physical gold or silver for that matter. So if this is true, I stand hugely corrected. I don't know how you felt about this, but at minimum, this is good news. Potentially, this is extremely good news. Gold prices have climbed almost 9% in 2023 so far. Demand for the perceived safety of the yellow metal remains high as economic uncertainties run high, especially with the risk of a recession looming, according to State Street. As much as 88% of the survey respondents who currently have gold holdings believe the metal is a long-term investment. That means they're not planning on selling it, okay? That means less supply, according to the asset manager, and more than 70% said investing in gold helped improve the performance of their overall portfolio. To me, these are stunning results. They're showing the younger generation gaining an appreciation for the precious metals. They're showing how people understand what gold and silver can do for a person's investment portfolio, diversification, right? Protection, insurance. Quote, among investors who hold gold, more than half of all the respondents said they expected to increase their gold holdings in the next 6 to 12 months. That means buy. That means upward pressure on the price of gold. At 57%, the percentage of investors in gold ETFs who plan to buy more slightly outweighed investors in other gold investments such as bars and coins, gold mining company stocks, gold futures and options, and commodity funds at 53%. So what this article shows us is that the younger generation, to my surprise, and possibly to your surprise as well, actually understands precious metals, gold and silver for that matter as well. But what's a little scary is it also shows us that they like electronic. They prefer electronic gold. They prefer the ETFs. And you may be one of those people, and I'm becoming more and more of one of those people that says, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Nonetheless, just the fact that this shows so much awareness and on top of that, interest, right? They're saying that they're going to buy more in the future. I think paints a pretty optimistic picture for the price of the precious metals as we move forward. Let's wrap up this article. Gold prices are currently rising toward the key $2,000 level. I want to comment on that. When gold, and it will, breaks through 2,000, when gold goes to a new all-time high, $2,100 per ounce in U.S. dollars, $2,150 per ounce in U.S. dollars. From there, guys, my prediction is the march to 2,600 is going to happen in a flash because there's going to be no overhead resistance. There will be no sellers at those higher levels. We've been fighting, you know that, I know that, gold investors, silver investors over the last 2 years, trying to get through 2,000, trying to get to a new all-time high, trying to break out. And if you look at a long-term chart, there's a pattern called the cup and handle, a long-term chart, like a 20-year chart of gold, a 10-year chart of gold. You can clearly see a cup and a handle. And we're right here. We're right at the top of the handle. I'm not a big technical trader, chartist, or anything like that, but I can tell you the cup and handle pattern is one of the most reliable and powerful patterns in the technical charting arena. So when we do finally, right, on the fourth attempt, maybe it'll take a fifth attempt, break through to that all-time high, going up much further from there is, like I said, going to happen in a snap. Hey, we can take some solace. Good news. The younger generation does indeed. There is hope. They love their precious metals. We'll be here for them when they decide to join us in the basement. I'll be here for you through this all. Please come back to the basement. And hey, why don't you go watch a live stream?